How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you joined me today. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Today we're going to get to Ministry, and we're going to do the song called Work for Love that came out in 1983 from the album With Sympathy. But if you think it's going to be the classic kind of industrial music that Ministry is known for, well, think again, because if you've never heard this song, you may be surprised. We are going way back for this one. This was on their very first album, and this one kind of had a bit of a synth pop feel to it, and I hope you're going to like this one today because it is a little bit different for Ministry. Before we get going though, if you could all like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you care to, you can always become a member of my channel. All right, here we go. Ministry, Work for Love, and it is different from a lot of the other stuff that they put out back in the day. So I hope it is going to go over well. I always liked this song. Here we go. Okay, this is like your typical sort of synth pop stuff that was coming out into the early to the mid 1980s, and it's classic. I love it. And it is so different from what Ministry turned into when you heard of things like, well, kind of like over the shoulder, kind of little, was still a little bit kind of synth poppy, but it was kind of going in that more sort of industrial vein. But then they got into stuff like Stigmata, which was like classic kind of industrial music. But I really like this. It's really fun. But apparently Al Jorgensen from Ministry does not like this album. He kind of disowned it almost because he just doesn't like to be associated with the whole synth pop kind of feel. And he actually said that it was the record company that kind of forced them into doing this album like this, although he wrote all the songs, or at least co-wrote the songs as well on this album. So he did have a lot of input in terms of the writing of the song. So maybe it wasn't quite as forced at the time as he would lead us to believe now, but I think it's still great, and it's got some really great kind of good dance tunes on this particular album, and this was one of them, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are liking it as well. Okay, I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Oh, that was fun. It was fun to revisit that one. Even if Al doesn't really like that album anymore, you know, I think it still did do them well. It got them out into kind of the forefront and got them started. So I thought that was actually really, really cool. And it was a fun one to dance to back in the day. And did you catch his fake English accent in that particular song? And in fact, on the album, every song had his fake English accent, which is interesting because he's a Cuban American. So he actually doesn't have a British accent of any kind. And he actually said that he regrets doing that accent now, but he did it as an homage to many of the British bands that he really liked. So, you know, that in itself right there tells me that he put the accent on. So I'm not sure if he really disliked this as much as he said he did, and maybe just dislikes it more now because this is not what he represents at all. Anyway, either way, this was a fun song, and I really liked it. I hope you guys did too. This was classic kind of 1980s synth pop. And interesting, Rolling Stone actually said that they really liked it with some catchy dance tunes on this particular album, and they said that they enjoyed his vocals because on the album it showed there is anger at times and glee and emotion, and they said it was actually a real emotion as opposed to a lot of the posturing that had gone on with other synth bands back at this particular time. So there you go, which again is kind of funny because he would probably have said that he was posturing as well. Anyway, if you like Ministry and you'd like me to do more of their stuff, please put it down in the comments. I'd be more than happy to check it out. Okay, everybody, I think that wraps it up. So have a joyful day, and I will see you all again next time. Bye-bye.